Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to show a parameterized list inside your app shortcut for React Native's new architecture for iOS. So let me first show you what I mean. Here is my app running. Basically what my shortcut does is that it adds item to Swift data. So in case if you don't know Swift data, it is equivalent to SQLite. The reason I'm not using any SQLite React Native package or Watermelon DB is we need to run the business logic from native iOS side. If you have written it on React Native side, your main business logic, this will be extremely tough. I couldn't find really a way. That's why I've written the main logic inside a native iOS side. And you don't have to use Swift data. You can use whatever you want. You can do whatever you want inside your app shortcut as well. Doesn't have to be what I am doing, but I'm just giving you guys an example. So here I have one text input. Okay, I'll click as enter something and I can just click on add item. So it has added the item. Now I can click on read item and here you can see I'm able to read item. Now I can just go to my app shortcut. So here is my app shortcut. Once I click on the shortcut, I will see a predefined list of items. Okay, my app shortcut is not getting displayed. So this is a simulator bug. Sometimes it does not get displayed properly. It takes a little bit of time. Even if I click on this plus button here, you can see it is not showing me my app. Okay, let's just wait. Let me just restart the shortcuts app. Hopefully that should able to resolve the issue. Okay, still no. Okay, why is it not showing? So this is clearly a simulator bug, guys. You won't face this on a real iOS device. Okay, app shortcuts, all shortcuts. Why is it not recognizing my app? Scripting, device, location. Okay, let me try it one more time. Let me try to restart my simulator. I don't know what the issue is. The simulator behaves weirdly sometimes, but in the meantime I'll just show you guys the code. So firstly you will have to open this particular documentation because I will be copying a lot of code from this documentation, and here I have created our React Native application. So as soon as you create your React Native application, the first thing which you have to do is you will have to open your terminal and you will have to cd to this main iOS directory inside your terminal and run this particular command. So this will enable the new architecture for iOS. Then you will have to create a folder called rtn_my_swift_data. Inside that create package.json file. Now this I have copied it from documentation which I have just shown you. Only this name has been changed, this name has been changed, this name has been changed, and this name has been changed. Then I have created a podspec file. Again I have copied it from docs and only this name has been changed. Then I have created a JS folder. Inside that I have created a TypeScript file. Again I have copied it from docs. I have created these 4 methods which basically performs the CRUD operation. In my shortcut I am only calling the save method, but you can do whatever you want inside your shortcut. You can get all the items, delete all the items, update a particular item as well, and this particular name also I have changed. Now inside the documentations they say that create an iOS folder as well over here, but we won't be doing that because we want to write the main logic in Swift. That's why we'll have to create the main thing inside the main iOS folder. Then again you will have to open your terminal. You will have to cd to the root of your React Native project. Firstly run this particular command. Once you do that, you will have to do cd ... It will move you outside your React Native project, and then you will have to run this particular command. Here you will have to use this rnapp shortcut parameter, because this you don't have to use that, sorry, I have to use it because this is my project name. As you can see, my project name is rnapp shortcut parameter. So I change it over here as well as over here. Then once that is done, again you will have to cd to this main iOS directory and then run this particular command. So this will enable the code generation for our the folder which we have created. Once that is done, to use it you can import it like this. Okay, I have created one for our state for our text input, one for holding all the list. This is how I get data from native iOS side and set the data. Inside use effect also I call get data. Here I call the add item method. This is how I update it, and this is how I delete it as well. Now update and delete, I'm not really doing that, but yeah, if you want you can just copy the code. Here is our text input. So this will take some text input, and on clicking on add item it will add it to a Swift database. Similarly for update, delete and read as well. And this is a flat list which will show all the items which are present inside our Swift data database. Okay, let's see if the app is ready. Okay, it is still not ready, it is still building. Anyways, in the meantime, let me check if my shortcut is visible inside the shortcuts app. Okay, so here you can see I'm able to see my shortcut. So it was definitely a simulator bug. Now suppose if I click on add task, I'm not showing an input to the user to create a task. I have already made a video about that, but in this particular tutorial, okay, I think I will have to wait for the app to build, because okay, now it is showing up. I don't know what happened. So here, now I have clicked it multiple times, that's why it dismissed automatically. But here you can see I'm showing the user a predefined list of tasks, like wake up early, walk the dog, buy grocery. I can click on any of this task. Okay, it is showing multiple times because I clicked it multiple times. I'll now click on walk the dog as well. Okay, so here you can see it is showing the wake up early, the early one which I have selected. Anyways, hopefully you got the point, you are not too confused. So if I go back to my app again, if I click on read item, here you can see wake up early was pressed. I think walk the dog got lost because I clicked it multiple times. Anyways, I can show it to you again. Now I'll click on add a task again. Why is it not showing? This is, guys, this is clearly a simulator bug. Okay, here you can see now it is showing. I'll click on buy grocery. Okay, so here this is also a custom view which I have created. I'll click on done, and now if I go back to my app, I'll click on read item. Here you can see buy groceries also. So hopefully you got the point. I don't have to run this now. I'll just close this. Okay, now next thing what you have to do is you will have to open the XC workspace of iOS inside Xcode. I have already done that. First you will have to go to your project, go to targets. Here inside minimum deployment iOS, update the minimum iOS deployment target to at least 17.0. so change it over here as well as over here. Then the first thing which we have to do is again come back to our documentation. So it tells us that create this header file. So I have created that. Change this name, this as well as this. Rest everything is same. Then create an Objective-C file, but change the extension to .mm, so it is Objective-C++. Again I have copied it from docs, and only this is my header file. This should be your own project name, because we will be calling some Swift code from this Objective-C file. So make sure you write your own project name over here. This is copied from docs. Here we initialize our Swift file. This is copied from docs, and only this name has been changed. Here we override all the delete, get all, save and update method. And here we just call delete item, which is defined inside my Swift data file, which I will show you shortly. This is calling get all, this is calling save, and this is calling update. But only for get all I am sending back data, but yeah, you can do the same thing for delete and save and update, whatever you want. Next, coming back to our, before coming back to this particular file, you will have to create a to-do model. So this is kind of like a table inside our Swift database. It takes a task name, ID will be generated automatically. Then here I have also created this database service class. So this is basically a singleton which will help us to perform the CRUD operation inside Swift data database. I won't go through in depth because I have already made videos about Swift data. So here we initialize our Swift data. Okay, and this is for saving the task, this is for fetching task, this is for updating the task, and this is for deleting the task. Then here I will come to my Swift data. So here we basically get hold of our database service, array of task, to do model, and array of string as well. Here we get all, here we save item, here we delete, here we update, and this is for fetching all the items which are present inside our Swift data database. Okay, so hopefully you got the point. Also, if you check, while sending it, I'm encoding it in form of string and sending the string back to Objective C, and Objective C will send that string to React Native side, and then again I'm decoding it on React Native side in form of list of string or array of string. Then you will have to create this particular file called add task Siri shortcut. So this basically these are all the phrases which you can tell Siri. You can do this via Siri as well. Like, this really won't work on the simulator, but you can try it on real device. So basically, once your Siri is open, also my app name is little weird, so I am not sure if Siri will recognize it, but anyways, I'll try device. Okay, Siri, let's wait for log data to RNApp shortcut parameter.
Which shortcut would you like to run?
RNApp shortcut parameter add a task.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
So here you can see Siri is little bit finicky. Also, my app name is not really good. Maybe you can use a better app name which Siri can understand in proper English. But these are all the phrases which you can tell Siri to display your shortcut. Okay, now we have to create this file, right? Before creating this file, I will just show you this task logged view. So every time, suppose if I click on add a task, and if I click on walk the dog, this view which you see, walk the dog, your task has been successfully logged. This is this particular Swift UI view. So it takes this task increment, which I will show you shortly. So whatever task you have selected, I'm just displaying the name, and each task also have a separate color, because I wanted to show you guys that as well. So I'm passing the color as well over here. Rest everything is static. Make sure you don't add any interactivity or animations over here, they won't work. Okay, so this is the task logged view. Then I have already shown you guys this, I have shown you this, I have shown. Then is the task entity. So here we have to create a task entity called add task. Here I have a ID as well as name. This is boilerplate code which you can just copy, and here I have created this task increment. Now if you see, the task increment is a enum. So basically here I have defined all the tasks. Change it to whatever you feel like. So here you can see these are all the tasks, this is all the string which I am returning, and this is all the color for each and every task. Okay, and here you can see that we just create a task increment and return our wake up early, and here we return our increment. Then I have also created this task query. So create this Swift file called task query, and here we just extend entity query, and here we override two methods. First one is called entities, and second one is called suggested entities. For both of them the logic is same, so if you want to extract in a single method, you can do that as well. So we basically map over it, we create a task entity, and then we pass the raw value as well as the display name to it. Okay, same thing over here as well, and then we are just returning our entities back. Okay, then I have shown you this. Then comes the main part, add task shortcut intent. So here is our app intent, here is our title. I have commented out this because we are not asking the user for the input, right? Then here is our task entity. We have to override this particular method, make sure it is marked as main actor. Also in the return type, you have to show this show snippet view if you are displaying your own custom view, like I am displaying for that Swift UI view called task logged view, right? Then here is our service, here is our entity. Then I'm just checking if increment entity is present. If yes, then call save task. If not, then again we get from the entities, we get it. Then I'm not really sure what is happening over here. I have just copied it from the documentation, but basically once we have that entity, we call the same save task method. Then we get the name, we add it to our dialog, as well as we pass the task increment to our task logged view as well. So yeah, I think that should be it. Also make sure, I have already told you, minimum deployment should be at least 17 if you are using Swift data. If you are not using Swift data, but like me, you are using app shortcut with AppIntent, then the minimum iOS deployment target should be at least iOS 16. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.